Hello, friends. This is Patricia Lucia, author of Wildflowers and Present Tenses. And I am here to invite you to a live stream that I will be doing starting on January 3rd, Sundays at 10 in the morning. And in these live streams, we're going to be chatting about all manner of things. I explored and discovered all kinds of things related to the process of writing a book, in particular writing a memoir. I will say that I have so many friends who have much more interesting and inspiring lives than I have. People who have extraordinary lives. But the most common response when I say, gee, it would be really wonderful if you wrote a memoir. People really need to hear your story. The most common response is, yeah, my story really isn't that interesting or that significant. So the first place people go is to this limitation place, or this self-denigrating place. Like, I'm not worthy of writing a memoir. And so, but what that is an expression of is how much we live in a celebrity society. And one of the ways that it looks is people think that you have to be a celebrity or a famous sports person, or you have to be a politician, or you have to be a gazillionaire, or an extraordinarily successful person in business in order to write a memoir. Otherwise, your story just isn't that significant. Nobody's going to want to read it. Nobody's going to find it interesting enough or inspiring enough. And that's where I think people are wrong. I think that more and more people do want to read about ordinary people living through extraordinary circumstances. And really, if you look around, every single one of us is an ordinary person living through extraordinary times, wouldn't you say? So I want to ask you this, think about this. 100 years from now, when we are no longer here, and people might be, looking through libraries. I think libraries will still exist. I think rummage sales and thrift stores will probably still exist. All of the usual places that people look for books. Of course, people will look more and more online, right, in the electronic books, and that's fine. But people, I don't think that, the actual book will ever really go out as much as some people think that may happen, simply because there are just too many people who enjoy the feel of a book, and I personally enjoy the smell of a book. Just a little idiosyncrasy there. I know I'm not alone. So people are, 100 years from now, people are, looking for things to read, looking for stories to read in all of the whatever places that they will be looking. And maybe they want to know the stories of our time. What was it like during such a momentous period in human evolution? So they'll be looking through, and wouldn't it be a shame if the only stories that they found were the stories of celebrities, football players and gazillionaires and big businessmen? What will be more inspiring to people 100 years from now will be our stories. The stories of ordinary people who lived through extraordinary times. Those are the stories they're going to be looking for. So I say, write your story. 100 years from now, someone may find it online or in a thrift store, and they may be inspired by it. These are the things we'll be talking about in my live stream. I am so looking forward to spending Sunday mornings with you. Starting January 3rd, Sundays at 10 a.m., grab a cup of coffee and let's chat.